Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin also followed the primary expectation of moving higher. Yeah, we talked about this support area here in this wave 4, which did hold even clearer than Ethereum's support area. So that was a great trade. Anybody who entered here, also anybody who entered here, also anybody who entered here. They were all great trades in this move to the upside. And while you can't forecast every little wave, I think what I said to you probably a couple of weeks ago has remained. You see it now. I did talk about in this structure that these corrective wave patterns are really difficult to trade. You really need to have your risk management spot on if you want to trade this, or you don't trade them at all, because these messy structures, when you trade them, you are gonna face headwinds. You can clearly see the difference between this corrective wave structure here and the impulsive price structure here. And I did mention to you that impulses make it quite easy for an analyst and a trader, because this adheres really well to all these fib levels. Of course, not to all of them, and some targets, are just taken out because it goes up even stronger, which you always need to be prepared for. That's why it's sometimes not recommended to take all profits in one go, and maybe just to move up the stop loss always below the last swing low. But you can see all these support areas, and I did take some out already, also on the Ethereum chart, but they were all entry areas, possible entry areas. Not that I traded them all, no. Ethereum I traded a few, but Bitcoin not. But even though I found Bitcoin down here a little bit less reliable, it still worked reasonably well, right? And earlier today I talked to you about the 19K level as a next target, and I might have only put it onto the signals channel on Discord, on Discord and Telegram. I can't remember, to be honest, if it was in a video or if I talked about that after the last video. I think it was after the last video, when we had reached the 1-to-1 ratio. I highlighted this could still stretch further. Next target 19K, and afterwards the 1.618 extension of the wave 1, which is 19,329. The way this looks to me is now that we have put this third wave high in, I would say so, and that we could now come down in this fourth wave. That's sort of how I see it at the moment. What could certainly be, and that would be my alternative count, is that this third wave is already in. So I'm going to give you two support areas. Yep, obviously this could still move higher, but I would say, because we're consolidating now, this should be a fourth wave. So I would rather say we're doing something like this. And in terms of this fourth wave, what would be, I just need to think, what would be the support area? Yeah, so this would actually need to go down at least to 18,542. Between 18,000, let me make that smaller, between 18,542 and 17,897. If we don't even get to 18,542, then we probably never finished the third wave. Consequently, anybody who wants to use this support area maybe to enter a trade, I mean, if it goes further, then this wave 4 never happened, and we're just waiting for the next entry, right? When it then eventually comes down. Can't rule out that this is still going to push higher, but it should really come down soon into this fourth wave. So, and this is the support area below 17,897. We have to assume that we are already in the green wave, which is the next higher level count. And that area, so I give you all the support areas that you are prepared, and that has shifted to the upside though, that level. This has shifted, and you can see how they're actually overlapping. So we won't be able to clearly say in which one we are. This is between the 18,459 level and the 17,721 level. Consequently, this means key support here is round about 17,700. Going below that level would indicate that a more substantial top is in place, and that we might not even get this green wave 5 anymore. So this should give you now all the relevant key support levels, and invalidation points, and should also tell you when this whole structure will probably break down, because these structures are great for trading until they break down. When they break, then you're out and you're waiting for the next entry. That's normally how it works. And that's why these support areas are so useful, because if you trade Elliott waves, one possible way of doing it, and not suggesting you do that, that's entirely up to you. One possible way of doing it is to scale in here and to set a stop loss below the box, okay? And then you're very close to, and have the highest volume as close as possible to the stop loss. So you're scaling in with various buy orders, and because you have the highest volume as close as possible to the stop loss, your risk is basically minimal. So yeah, we have either possibility for this wave 4 or this one. If we don't even get to the first one, then we have never finished the wave 3. That's sort of how you need to think about it. And yeah, that's sort of where we are at the moment here. I mean, it's really consolidating on a high level. To be fair, this looks currently a bit like a bullish pennant, some kind of a triangle maybe. For example, but it's not a very well defined one. I mean, you have a bit of a trend line here. You could say that as soon as you drop below this trend line, at least you have an indication of going down, yeah, at least here into the first support area. Let's see. But these are the relevant levels, and especially as long as we're holding 17,000, yeah, round about 700, my expectation is still to push higher, okay? So let's see. And someone asked me, is my expectation not anymore that we're gonna go down to 14K? Of course it is. Nothing has changed. In fact, we're only doing what I've been talking about 2-3 weeks ago already, that we have a chance to rally to 18, 19K, maybe even into the 20K region. Nothing has changed, but then would still expect to move down. Things will certainly change if we break above the wave 2 high, above 21.5K, but we're far away from that. Or things will change if we make something like this, which is not, as indicated here, an A, B, C. Oops, C, yeah. So these 5 waves in green are the C wave. But if after that C wave, we make another low, higher low, which would be a 1, 2, 3. This would then be a wave 4. And we make another high in a wave 5. Ideally then break above 21.5K, come down in ABC, and that would be a confirmation that the bear market low is in. Until then, the expectation has to be that we're still going to get a low, unless we come really, really close now also to the 21.5K region, because then it gets less like that we're still pushing down. It's now starting to look impulsive, but it's way too early to get super excited, because this can still just be a 3-wave move. So we really need those 5 waves, and I'm not talking about the green 4 and 5, yeah? This would only finish off the C wave here, which is required for this 4th wave, which would result in a wave 5 down. No. We need, after this ABC, another low, a higher low, and another high. Only then we have 5 waves on a relevant time frame. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.